Hey, man.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Doing good, man.
You good?
Yeah.
Watch any movies lately?
Yeah. Watched a very funny one. It's Half-Baked.
Half-Baked? Why, I watched that movie too today.
Yeah.
We watched Half-Baked for 420. Even though this video is going to come out before 420. It's our 420 themed release.
Yeah.
Because closer to 420 we're going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat, which is next week.
Yep.
So excited about that.
So excited.
But yeah, and as such we got the Stone Enjoy by 420 Hazy IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Also stoked about that too.
Bunch of snacks.
And we got some snacks, you know. We got some chips, and some popcorn,
Some
some
s'mores.
s'mores, Pop-Tarts, and some
Captain Crunch with the berries,
man.
And fun.
Funyuns. Yeah. But yeah, man. We got snacks. We got some candy too. I got some
Got that
Reese's.
popcorn. You gotta have that popcorn ready.
Got some popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got beer.
And you got beers. I mean, we're set.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, if you don't know, Half-Baked is it's a pretty straightforward story for stoners.
Mm-hmm.
One of them gets arrested for reasons and goes to jail, and then the others are trying to figure out how to make bail.
Make bail, which is they have to make 10% of
$1 million.
$1 million, which they figure is fucking impossible, man.
It's impossible, man. But they decide that they're going to sell weed, and then the shenanigans ensue.
Indeed.
And stars Dave Chappelle,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Brewer, Harlan Williams.
It's like one of his first or second roles. It's like
Yeah,
he was in Con Air.
He was one of the writers for it.
Yeah, he was one of the co-writers.
Along with Saturday Night Live writer Neil Brennan, who's also a stand-up comedian.
Who's also in the movie.
Yeah, he's also briefly in the movie.
So one round that heifer, Julio.
He works with Scarface. But yeah, it's a dumb movie. It's a stoner movie, but it's really funny. A lot of great moments in it. Jim Brewer is just like the perfect stoner in this movie. Like just his facial expressions and the way he acts, and
like he's the stereotypical stoner.
Yeah.
Like tie-dye shirts. He works in a record store. Like
he buys the ashes of Jerry Garcia. Yeah.
Okay, like so the stereotypical old stoner. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, an old stoner nowadays.
True.
But he kind of embodied that classic stoner stereotype for this movie, and they all do in several ways.
Mm-hmm. Like when they deliver the weed and they go to all the different the stoners and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like talk about grandma healing her glaucoma.
Yeah, it's good for arthritis too.
The dad's trying to find a way to bond with his son, who's also smoking weed.
The predator smoker.
Snoop Dogg. The scavenger.
And Snoop Dogg plays a cameo there.
Yep.
Quite a few good cameos in this.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Wright is the guy on the couch. Famous one-liner stand-up comedian.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
He almost doesn't talk throughout the whole movie until almost the very end.
We should get that lazy bitch the guy to go get a bunch of
Yeah. You think the guy has money? Jon Stewart is in there. Man, who else? There's actually quite a few cameos.
There is quite a few. Like Willie Nelson's in there.
Willie Nelson, that was a good one.
You know, remember how much condoms cost back then?
Me neither. We didn't use
them back then.
Yeah. it's a fun movie to watch, especially inebriated.
Yes.
In any way, your vice of choice.
Mm-hmm.
We like beer, as you well know.
Indeed.
Among other things.
You should know by now. I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah. But without getting into spoiler territory, we'll just kind of kick right into talking about the beer.
Well, right into the beer, yeah.
Yeah. So we're drinking the Stone Enjoy by Hazy. It's the 420 edition with the really cool artwork, as you can see on the box.
Love this artwork. This artwork is really cool.
Very flowery 60s, very warm colors. Yeah, and dude, for a hazy, this has got some good flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, hazies tend to have good flavor. I don't, drink them as much, but I still enjoy them from time to time. Yeah. And this one is much more up my alley.
Yeah.
Than a lot of them.
Yeah, well, it's a stone beer, so I mean, it's gotta have some hops to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, it does have there's still that citrus feel.
Yeah.
But the hops really come through on these ones.
Yeah.
And that's why I wasn't very afraid of trying these.
Oh no, I'm never afraid to try a stone beer.
No.
And if it's
it usually goes with us with our flavor sense.
Yep.
8%.
And it follows suit 9%. Yes. These tend to be in the 9 to 9.4 range.
So happy.
Yeah. As a hazy, they might have toned it down a tiny bit. I think the last one they came out with was 9.4.
Mm.
But, I mean, 9 will still get you there.
Oh, yeah.
9 will probably get me there sooner or later.
Same.
It's a good beer.
It is. It's very tasty. I really like this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm very sad that it's going to be gone really quickly.
Yeah. I know. Because it's almost 420, and, after that, you shouldn't find this beer.
Yes, exactly.
It's out of that, that enjoy by date.
Mm-hmm.
But that is by no means an expiration or anything like that. It's just a recommendation as to when to drink the beer so that it's at its peak freshness and peak flavor.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's usually about 3 months. The flavors tend to get a little weird sometimes, or they're not exactly as they intended when they released it.
Tend to get a little muddled or
a little muddled, a little bit more this than that. It could end up making the hot flavor a little bit more intense, or just kind of losing a lot of the hazy flavor.
Interesting.
What's that?
If you take a bite of this, the Pop-Tart and then take a drink of beer, you don't get really any of the sweetness anymore. It's just all hops.
Gotta love it. S'mores Pop-Tart, man.
I told you, man.
Good choice.
I told you, man. Everybody thought I was a stoner all through high school.
Yeah.
No, I just ate like one.
Yeah. You still eat like one. And you're still not a stoner.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh, yeah. That is just blanketing my palate with hops. It's like anything that was citric or hazy to this beer just went gone.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's all hops now.
I might have to save it with some onions, man.
Yeah!
Open this down here so it's hopefully not as loud in the camera. In the mic.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Anyways, how would you rate this beer?
I'd give it a 5.
Line up.
I really like this beer. I really like this beer.
You know what? It's not.
Of all the hazies that we've had lately,
of all the hazies, it's definitely the best.
It is the best one.
I definitely can agree with you there. I still don't want to give it a 5 because it's not like hitting everything for me. But man,
it's pretty damn close.
It's pretty damn close. I give it a 4.5, but if I really wanted to be nitpicky, I could give it a 4.8.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't like being nitpicky. I'll give it a 5. Screw it. It's a good beer. It's a damn good beer.
It is.
It's limited. So.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, we'll have to wait until next year to look forward to this again.
Yeah. And that's if they make it this way again.
Yeah, true.
You know, every time they release this beer, it's usually a little bit different. And so, next time this comes out, it may not be the same beer that we remember it. This could be the last time we try this beer, man.
I know.
Well, except for that bomber you still have in the kitchen fridge.
Yeah, we'll have to drink that on Saturday.
Oh, shucks. Revisiting this beer on Saturday.
Oh, dang. On our beer pong day.
Yep. But, now that we've done that, we can get into spoiler territory.
Yep. So if you don't want to hear,
if you've never seen this movie for whatever reason, and you don't want to be spoiled on the story, and
like you've never heard of this movie, or
then don't watch this part. Watch the movie instead,
and then come back
and watch this part because it's a good movie, and I think this is going to be a good video.
Yeah,
we got snacks this time.
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing snacks. I mean, yeah. So far, this is my favorite shoot. I mean, I get a beer and snacks. Oh man!
It's also, for frame of reference, like 3:30 in the morning almost. As I'm shooting this video.
Yeah.
So we're kind of embodying that stoner mentality of just late night 7-Eleven runs, getting snacks and ice cream. And we already had the beer at home, so.
Yeah,
we're good there.
People were probably thinking that we were fucking drunk out of our minds.
Oh, probably. I mean, we weren't. We hadn't even done anything.
We were stone cold sober. I mean,
yeah.
So we just went
to a 7-Eleven and got
snacks. Just wanted snacks.
And then as we were there, we kind of just like found more stuff to get. Mm-hmm. Like, I got the Funyuns. Like, we got some ice cream too. We didn't get Haagen-Dazs, but I got half-baked.
I got Cherry Garcia.
Ben and Jerry's. Cherry Garcia. But,
both inspired by the movie.
Both inspired by the movie. So, yeah. But anyways, what was your favorite part of this movie?
Favorite part.
Or favorite one-liner, or, like...
Okay. Mostly because this brings back a really funny memory. It's like when they're trying to figure out like what to do to get out their friend from jail. Mm-hmm. They're thinking about it, and Scarface is like, let's just steal steal it. I mean, just forge a form and get it from the scientists, and we'll steal it.
Yeah.
And we'll sell it.
Man, they can't just steal a form. Come on, man. They're scientists. There's gonna be forms lying around, man.
They're scientists, man. and Dave Chappelle's character's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
It's so good.
And every time I always die laughing at that part because it just brings back memories of my buddy just spitting out Dr. Pepper because he was unexpectedly hearing that line, and it just covered all of my stuff. And
it's funny too because so far in the movie we're set up to kind of believe that they're not the most intelligent people on the planet. So when he says that, you almost expect him to respond with, "That's a great idea. There are probably forms lying around." But he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" Of course there's not forms lying around. It's like they're doctors. They keep that kind of stuff with them to be used when they need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the whole concept of the movie is really
ridiculous.
Silly.
Yeah.
But oh man, it's hard to pick a favorite part. Really,
it really is.
I kind of want to lean towards, I think the most memorable part for me, at least throughout the years, has always been the opening, when they're kids, and they're getting high for the first time. The whole fact that he's telling the story,
Oh, yeah.
It zooms in on memory lane, and then he's all like, and then the old guy, I can't remember what his name was, but like, and there was the old man, you know, like old something or another.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait. Nah, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. I don't even know anybody.
I don't even know anybody named that. Go on, get up. As he's telling his memory to get rid of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go into the convenience store and everything is like super exaggerated, like gigantic Abba Zabbas, and getting into the slushy machine, and the comic books popping out next to him, like, are you feeling it? He's feeling it. It's so good. But also, just the fact that the main, like, launching point for the plot is that the one guy kills the horse, the diabetic horse. And he's like, the horse is a diabetic! After he feeds him a bunch of candy.
He's like, what did you feed him? I just fed him some popcorn, some popcorn, and cupcakes, and some big popcorn,
Funyuns.
Funyuns.
It's pizza.
It's like, this horse is a diabetic.
Like, the whole point of the movie is to get this guy up because he killed a diabetic horse by feeding it snacks.
And he goes to jail. He goes to jail and he goes to court and gets sentenced all in the same night.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't get sentenced, but he goes to jail because he, is being charged for being a cop killer.
Yeah.
Because he killed a police horse.
Police horse.
Which, kind of bullshit, because that cop was not paying attention to him the entire time that he's, like, feeding him snacks and stuff. Like,
there were a lot of snacks, too.
There was a lot of stuff. I mean, all the stuff that we listed at the beginning, plus 2 big pizzas and the Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Chocolate, man, it's gotta be chocolate.
Gotta be chocolate, man.
Yeah, those might be my 2 favorite scenes. But there's, like, it's an endlessly quotable movie. Like, so Mr. Nice Guy. Tell me about yourself.
Well,
you know I'd be from Jamaica, man. It's like the worst Jamaican accent he can muster.
Where? What part?
What part? By
right near the beach. Boy.
It's so good. It's just so good. And then Samson has freaking hot ninja chicks as his bodyguards. And then, like, in that scene, when they're fighting Samson and the bodyguards and stuff, and they get the upper hand, and Samson stands up and pulls a gun on him, and then Jim Breuer's character freaking uses the ashes of Jerry Garcia and, like, throws him at the ground, and Jerry Garcia actually pops up, making you wonder if this whole thing is just a freaking, like, violently high fever dream or something. And no, it's actually part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they beat the bad guy, is by summoning the spirit of Jerry Garcia, and he beats the crap out of him with a guitar.
With the guitar.
Like, it just happens in the movie. Like, everything up until that point is realistic, with the exception of, like, the stone scenes where they're, like, actually floating.
Like, floating in the air,
like when the dog jumps out the window and flies away. Like, obviously that's just embellishment for them being high to kind of show the effects to the audience, who was probably high, but, if they weren't, they could kind of see. But yeah, man, it's so funny. It's endlessly quotable.
It really is. Like, there's so many parts in this entire movie that are super quotable, and like, you have smoked yourself retarded. It's like,
up with the right? Or even another contender for one of my favorite scenes is when Scarface freaking quits. And it's just, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you. I'm out. After their weed selling business actually starts.
And then he throws the burger patty into his face.
Like, it's so good. And it just, like, perfectly sums up what it's like to... It's like the feeling that everybody's had if they've had a really shitty job and they really want to quit, and they're just like, fuck this shit.
Yep.
That's like the ultimate play out of, you know, how that could happen. And that's how, you know, I'm sure a lot of people saw it in their minds if they ever had a really shitty fast food job.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it, you can rent it on Amazon Prime, on Vudu.
Some of you might already have it.
I
like
think,
our DVD somewhere.
DVD somewhere. I mean, ask your local stoner. He most likely has it somewhere.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, what would you rate this movie, man?
Oh, dude. Give it a 4.
Give it a 4?
Give it a 4.
Yeah. As far as, like, you know, I kind of like to rate my movies in the categories with which they're set. So it's not like an overall scale, you know. So me saying that I would also give this a 4 is not equating it to, like, other, like, actually really good movies that I would give a 4.
No.
It's putting it on that same level of, like, you know, Step Brothers or, you know, like other dumb comedies that are literally just made to try and make you laugh. And in this regard, it does a very good job of that. Still stands the test of time in spite of being made in the 90s.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just a funny movie. It's got a lot of great quotes. It's got a lot of great moments in it. The actors are hilarious.
Yeah.
And
casting's perfect.
Casting is fantastic. I mean, yeah, what more do you want?
Yeah, dude, the cameo we forgot. The most important one of all, besides Willie Nelson. Tommy Chong's in it.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
The Squirrel Master.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that part. And I just watched the movie, too.
Exactly.
How did I forget about that? They get a lot of, like, stoner heavyweights. Tommy Chong and Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, we got some other great little cameos sprinkled in here and there. I love it. And it's so good.
Oh, what was his name? Shoot, he's at the NA meeting.
Oh, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Ah, Bob Saget. Yes. That's, yeah. Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Weed's not a drug. Have you ever sucked dick for weed before?
No.
Nah.
Can't say I have.
No. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much more to say.
No, man, I think that's about it. Yeah. It's, fours from both of us.
Four.
Definitely give it a shot. It's definitely worth a watch. It's
not
quite
4,
funny.
4 or 4 out of 5. That's
4 out of 5.
I said that weird.
But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. So I think that about wraps it up.
Wraps it up, eh? Well, then here's to you.
Here's to me.
Friends for life, which always be.
If by chance we disagree,
Then screw you.
here's to me.
But wait! Do kind of want to point out the obvious. Got a new camera.
Yes, we got a new camera.
Which has allowed us to be a little bit more relaxed.
Yes.
And lay back in the couch instead of sitting on edge the whole time.
It's nice. It's very nice.
So, hopefully this looks better. It feels better.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I'm already really excited about this, but yeah, enough of that. I'm just happy about it, and I thought I'd bring it up. Cheers.
Cheers.